Welcome to Grown and Social. I am your man, Beatbox, and I am here on a Friday night, like we
Excuse me.
like to do. I am here with Jenny J and Clint.
Hey
What's up,
guys.
America?
All right, appreciate that. If you're in the building tonight, we like to ask you to take 1 second out of your day, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, let people know that you're in the building with Grown and Social. We're rocking every Friday night. If you can't catch us live, you can catch us on the replay, of course, but you can also catch us on wherever you do your podcast at. All right. Tonight's show, we are continuing last week's show where we talked about why do people get married to people they hate. All right. So there's a lot of that going on out there where, people are married. They, might have got married when they were young and, they're older now and now they're looking around looking for spice and, they're just not into the person that they used to be into. And for whatever reason, they just don't get along. They might hate them openly. They might hate them, behind the, closed doors, but, they don't like them. So we're going to be talking about some of the reasons why that might be and try to see if we can help you out and how you can overcome that. So, but you know what? Before we do that, what we want to do is we're going to want to get into a little bit of what's been going on this week. So, also I'll open it up to the floor here. Like, is there anything, Clint, Jenny, anything you guys seen this week that you guys want to talk about?
I think the thing that I'm excited about, or I shouldn't be because it's crazy, is Alabama brawl.
You excited about that?
I guess I am because people are on TikTok making memes. The newest meme is a chair. Everybody has a chair because one of the ladies hit. I think one of the ladies got hit with a chair. So people have different perspectives in regards to what's happening. But apparently, there has been a big uproar across the world. There's a pipeline being built in Africa that apparently there's a big uproar. There's a civil war. It's like Black people are just like, we're not taking it anymore. So there is around the world a sense of like a huge uprising. So if you don't know what happened on this brawl, there is a guy. At first we thought he was a security guard, but he actually is a co-captain of one of the ships, and he asked a group of people, and I guess they were probably drunk or something. He asked them to move their boat, and they didn't want to. So while they were on the dock, a whole bunch of white people just jumped on him and tried to actually, I guess, would kill him if people didn't come. If people didn't come to help. So then this guy who is my hero, so it's big on the internet, where he swims across the river, gets out of the water and gets on land to help the guy fight the white guys. Then a whole bunch of people run down on the dock, and then it was a big brawl. Eventually the police came and intervened, and the guy was charged. The mayor, the people who started it were actually charged, which is surprising to me in Alabama. Very surprising. But apparently
that's the law, though, right? You're not used to people applying the law the way that it was written, right? Because we normally get applied the law differently because of our skin color, right?
Agreed. I obviously felt like at some point he would be wrong for one technicality or another.
Isn't that sad, though? Isn't that sad, Clint?
Yeah, that is.
Like, there's a law that's literally written and it's on the books, but it's the application of that law. That's the secret sauce. It's the application of the law. And unfortunately, if you don't know no one that knows how they're applying that to you indifferently, you're going to be in a big world of hurt. And, a lot of times we don't talk about lawyers and things like that. We always think, oh yeah, some public defender is gonna do this. They ain't gonna do. Public defender is gonna do you jack. You gotta pay someone that knows what they doing, that's skilled, to go in there and cause some kind of doubt or reference some type of case. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? In other words, your ass is grass.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm
public
saying?
defenders, if they're not hungry or just starting out in their career, you're not going to get much.
Yeah, yeah. So it's the application of the law. And I'm sorry, Jenny, I just wanted to throw that in there because that's one of my things.
Yeah, this is a thing. There's a TikTok that I sent to you. I don't know if you can pull it up, but apparently there is something that I wasn't aware of when it comes to couples who are married. A wife who wants the husband to leave the home can actually call the police and say that he is hurting her, and what will happen is that they will come and get him. He has to get a bag, like one bag, and then he has to leave. Okay?
Really?
Yes, he has to leave. So because of that, he can then be told not to come back to the house. And this is not because it's proven that she's being abused. It's I think it's that one. I think.
What, the one down here at the bottom? This guy?
Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't hear it yet, but I'll get it. I'll
Right.
get it, right? Go ahead.
So as it says there, a wife can file for a false abuse claim on her husband, and he can be removed from the household without any evidence that it's being done.
Wow.
Yeah. And your boy knows something. Your boy knows a little something about that, doesn't he?
Okay. Well, I didn't think it was real. I think
No, it's real. It's real. It's real, and it's not right. You know
No,
what I mean?
it's not right.
It's not right.
It really isn't right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't care who you are. All right. I don't care if you sitting in your house with your name on it and your name on it alone. Okay. Someone calls and they say you did something or they feel threatened by you. Literally, I don't know how it's possible. Well, I guess if you're married, I guess I know how it's possible because I guess maybe it doesn't matter but that's the thing though. They look at it differently if you're married, but at the end of the day, if you're married and you're the man and you own that house, they can put you out. All she got to do is say you feel she feels threatened or whatever. She can say, whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? The police can come and physically remove you. All right? I don't know how that's possible, but it's possible. They did it to your boy. They did it to your boy. They did it to your boy, Clint. Yo, where's your t-shirt at, man? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Free, you know what I mean? Free beatbox, you know what I mean?
Free beatbox, you know what I mean?
Free beatbox, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
You know
crazy,
what I mean?
but there's a lot of laws that allows them to do things that shouldn't be done, period.
Right.
Hearsay is a big thing. So, like this woman filed a false abuse claim.
Yeah, but they can do
they
it
went
though.
off the hearsay.
Like, in my case, luckily I was able just to go out and do something else. But
Right.
I mean, eventually they were like, yo, take a bag or two. I mean, the guy was cool about it. He was like, you can take your, a couple bags. He's like, it's gonna probably be in at least a month, from my experience, before you can get back in here. I thought he was joking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, let me grab these clippers. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
let me grab these clippers. I grabbed, like 5 pairs of underwear. You know what I mean? 3 shirts. You know what I'm saying? 2 pair of jeans, right? You know what I'm saying? A month later, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have grabbed some. I should have grabbed that nice coat. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yo, I should have grabbed that shirt. You know what I mean? It's like I got business out here. So, it's real. But,
it is.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because people, if they go off of hearsay, people just say anything.
They will just say anything. They will
I
just
think
say anything.
I think I should have done that. I should have done that.
Nah, you shouldn't have. We talked about this earlier. Clint, tell her. Her
Nah,
soul would not trust me. You that karma come back on you.
that when you do things out of spite, yeah, that karma come back and see you quick.
They're gonna see you. And
Somebody
yeah,
would have learned that lesson.
yeah, but
Oh,
is it worth it? Because like Clint said, it seems like it's quicker too.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that is what this guy said. It's quicker it gets it to happen quicker rather than you having this like long conversation of who and where and what. You just get that done and then it's more simpler.
right.
Mm,
Right. And so there has to be nothing that is seen or heard or proven or anything. All that has to happen is
accusation.
one person says that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want me to play this here?
Yeah,
Or
you can play it. You can
you
play
wanna
it.
all
You
right.
can play it if
Let
you
me load up
can.
here and see what he's saying here. Let me see what he's saying here.
From my house now.
You might have seen this video making its way around social media. A gentleman who got evicted from his home after a TRO, temporary restraining order, was issued against him as part of a divorce his wife had secretly filed. Now, I'm not going to play his entire video, but I am going to take snippets of it, and I will post the link to it because you should watch the entire video. But I do want to use this as an opportunity to educate men on the realities of the world. And the very first thing we need to talk about is this is not an uncommon thing. In fact, it's extremely common. This tactic, known as the silver bullet or the magic bullet, is the very first thing that many divorce attorneys will discuss when a woman comes into their office looking to file for divorce. It's a tactic used to get the man out of the house as quickly as possible, and it requires no factual basis. Essentially, all the woman has to do is go into the courtroom, the man won't even be there, and say 5 magic words to the judge. I am afraid of him.
Immediately, but what we allow you to do is get an overnight bag.
No, what I'm asking you is,
No. Hold up. I'm gonna stop it right there. And you know why I'm gonna stop it, Jenny. You know why I'm gonna stop it. I think one of the things that we discussed earlier on in our relationship was this situation. Because what happens is not only do they go and get you out your house, but they make this public record. So anyone can go look it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you got somebody like a Jenny J that's like, yo, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go research and see what I'm dealing with. They go see this stuff, and next thing you know, you got questions like what's going on there. You know what I mean? So the fact that you brought this, maybe I don't need to tell you because you've already seen it. But I feel like I want to tell you this. I feel like I want to tell you everything he just got finished saying. You know what I'm saying? They can do this to you. It's not right. Okay?
Right.
It's a tactic that people use when they roll up into these offices, and then the attorneys are like, oh, you know what? I can help you. I know how to get them out of there. I can make things easy for you. Right? You know what I'm saying? And regardless of whether or not you trying to, or you might want to reconcile this in the future, you want to know what? They don't care. That's not their job. You know what I mean? So what happens is you run in there and you pull this stunt. And then now when you put this dude out and real life kicks back in, you know what I'm saying? You think I'm going to forget that? You think I'm forgetting that?
Oh,
Or would you forget that, Clint? Are you forgetting that?
Nope. Absolutely not. That'll be one of them moments where that'll learn you.
That'll learn you.
That'll learn you. You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, it's the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the ultimate
Absolutely.
betrayal.
Absolutely.
I don't even know that there's anything slimier than that. Like I said, I
That
don't care
that's
if you
so
out
cowardly.
sucking, giving blowjobs out to random strangers 3 times a week. I'd rather you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't lying. You know what I mean? That's even more betrayal than that. You know what I mean? Because that's just like you going out here to random strangers. You running out here to random strangers, giving out business to physically remove someone that may or may not be a parent to your kids. And on top of that, see what I'm saying? And that's another thing about these attorneys is some of them are so greasy to where it's like no one even cares that there's kids in play here, right? Because adults are sitting there playing games with each other. No one's sitting here thinking about how this is going to affect the kids. You know what I mean?
The kids are part of the game.
For them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them, they part of the game.
Yeah,
but like I said, the parents got to go live through this, and they got to keep living it. there ain't no, and the lawyer's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid because you're gonna have to pay him for his time, regardless if you change your mind in the future or not. He's gonna be boosting you on and rooting you on, like, yeah. Go ahead and do this. You strong black woman or strong woman or whatever you want to call it, right? That's what he's gonna do because he's gonna get paid. So yeah, let me
I think I'm gonna have to educate myself on American ways, because that's the quickest, easiest method. Okay, all these long conversations, working things out. All you gotta do is be like, "Hey, get him."
But the thing is, the bar social, we're not teaching that. We're not teaching that in this show, all right?
I have to leave right now.
So as you can see, once that...
I'm sorry, Clint. I'm sorry.
You're good.
You know what? Jenny J's on timeout. Clint, you can speak.
I'm just saying, it's a shame for the hearsay, but you women, go down to the police station talking about my name's Tina Turner and I've been beaten to death, ain't got a lick mark on you. You probably took a little something to scratch yourself with.
Nah, they don't got to do that. They just got to say they feel threatened.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah. So can a man go in there and do the same thing?
It doesn't seem like that's the case. It doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like that's the case.
Remember, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Yeah. I had a girl assault me way back in the days, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the police on your ass. They showed up. They was like, bro. They was like, you got any physical evidence? It was like, they don't, they was like, guys don't normally call us out here for things like this. That's literally the dude was like, guys don't normally call us out here for things like that. I'm like, what you mean?
Yeah.
And if you take care,
isn't the law clear? You know what I'm saying?
If you took care of it yourself, then you would be in trouble.
Exactly. Right. If I would exactly, exactly. I'm not gonna go on too many rants.
I'm
going on rants, man.
They know that.
I'm going on rants. JJ, you trying to fire up? You trying to get me fired up tonight? Because I'm going on rants. I'm ranting. I don't like it. It's not. That's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, it isn't.
I'm a non-violent brother. If a chick, I'm dealing with, want to put hands on your boy, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the police show up and they're like, but you a man. We can't do nothing about this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they don't even ask her to leave.
No.
They literally will leave her there with me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like, what, dude? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like a setup, right?
So this brings to mind that, and if I find those TikToks, I'll send it to you, where a number of black men have been killed by white women, not black women, by white women who they're in relationships with.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these women end up just getting off. Nothing happened.
Of course.
So, yeah. But I think your audience is waiting for you to show the rest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't care what the audience want, all right? We getting my rants off, all right? Audience? All right. Ran over. All right. Let's let this man finish.
TRO is issued, it'll be served, usually by the sheriff's department, where they'll go out, serve the man with it, and ask him to leave. The only thing he gets to take with him is an overnight bag, as you heard. And just a quick note in case you were wondering, the police officers or sheriffs that have to serve these TROs hate every minute of it. Many will tell you it's the worst part of their job. Why? Because they know the number of lies that have been told to get that TRO issued, and they know the guy has done nothing wrong.
My wife filed a false abuse claim against me. Out of nowhere, she just filed a false abuse claim against me and had me evicted from the house.
I truly feel sorry for this man. I can hear the pain in his voice. But this is not surprising to me because I've heard stories like this literally thousands of times. And it comes as a complete blindside to 99.99% of the men.
She did everything she could to keep me from seeing what she was doing.
And that, gentlemen, is something you need to hear and take to heart, because you won't know it's coming. Credit where credit's due. Women are masters at hiding what they're going to be doing. And if there's kids involved, this is a very difficult situation for you, because in all likelihood, she was awarded full temporary custody of the children because of the TRO, meaning you may not be able to see them. Exactly. Or at best, you'll see them under supervised visitation. And once orders like that are in place, they are very difficult to remove. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money. And as that clock ticks, it strengthens her case for her to get sole custody of the children. Because after all, the judge is going to look at it as who's been taking care of the children most recently. Now, I wish I could give you some pointers on how to protect yourself in this situation. But the reality is, you're not going to see it coming. No matter how good your marriage is, there is a chance that this is going to happen to you. The best you can do is take whatever precautions you think you can and be prepared.
I'm being...
Oh. Okay. All right. We heard, right? We got the gospel there. We got the gospel, right, Jenny? So what would you want to give on that before I go into another rant? Because it's highly likely.
The only thing I can say is I think most women who are rational, right, are thinking rationally won't do that. I know I wouldn't, and I know I didn't. And if anybody, right, if anybody should have done it, probably should have been me, because I spent 20 years of my youth with this individual. And if I wanted to be spiteful, I would have done it. But as I told you, not all those years I spent with him was unhappy, or he was an awful human being, or he didn't do anything that I thought that I should do such a thing to him, especially as a black man, having his life being placed in the police hands, where the possibility exists that he could be killed. So, we're pathways now. We're not together. I don't call him. I don't talk to him. But yet still, I would never at any point have called anybody to take him out of the house, because I think we're rational. We were rational enough to have that conversation that, it's not working. What you've done is offensive to me. I don't want to live with that. And let's figure out a way that we can split the possessions we have. And to tell the truth, our separation didn't cost us much because it was done amicably. So, I can say on behalf of women who are rational, it's not a thing we would do. It's just too costly. All around for the family and for us individually, starting over separately as two separate people. And I wish him the best. And I might not have been the person that he was looking for. Maybe he's looking for somebody who he can impress more, or be the knight in shining armor that he wants to be. And maybe I just didn't let him shine. So he's on his way to find that, and I wish him the best. And I know that if something like that were to happen to him, I would be very upset, even though he wronged me really, really badly. I think if you had love for somebody at some point, you never want to see them in any position that would threaten their well-being. So that's all I'm saying.
Clint sounds like he's biting his tongue over there.
Nah,
I'm trying to be nice.
I'm
trying to be nice, right?
When it comes to these, women, and the women that are doing those things, 9 out of 10 times are spiteful women. Not saying that all women that are doing it are not justified.
Right. Because there are women who it's happening.
No. We're not talking about the justified women. Clint, I don't think that's who you're talking about.
We're talking about the unjustified. We're talking about that spiteful, miserable, scornful woman who just, if you ain't giving her what she want, her way, how it go, or whatever.
That's
I
what she
think
gonna do to you.
that woman that did it to that man, she was just scared to just say, I want to leave. I don't want
Right.
to be here no more.
Right.
She wasn't scared of him. She just didn't know how to say it.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't go, I don't want to be here no more. What they do is they move you out of your location.
Right.
Like, will you
So
go?
that's how you find out she don't want to be in it no more.
That's how you find out.
That's how you find out. She's not coming to you like Jenny was saying and saying what she was saying, or hinting, or even just hinting. She just went the back door and said, F you,
Yep.
get out of here. And I don't care if I don't never see you again. And I ain't going to worry about the kids ever seeing you again. And matter of fact,
But
I'm not
you
even
know
going to worry
what?
about it, because I'm going to go down to child support and get me child support. And you still ain't going to see your kids.
Well, so there's two things on that. A lot of people don't know because, like I said, we don't teach people about the legal access and representation that you have as just as a citizen.
Right.
Now, it does take a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody just gonna help you out from the goodness of their heart. You know what I mean? So you're gonna need. It ain't $1 million, but you're gonna need up to $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Potentially. So if you ain't got that, hopefully you got some credit cards you can charge. And if you ain't got that, you know what I mean? Then hopefully you got some family members. But at the end of the day, you do have a right to talk to someone legally about, what you are entitled to do. And, a lot of people think that they just need to be on the whims of whenever this woman wants to let you see your kid.
Right.
But if the good thing is, if you're one of the ones that are put in this situation like this to where they're putting you out your house, it's generally because you're married. And if you are married and you got children, then you do have a right to see your children the same way she got a right to see them. And like I said, it's going to cost you up to $5,000, but you can get what's called a parenting plan, which is what I got. And you go in and basically say legally when you can see your children. So there ain't no, I'm not feeling good, or she's sick, or it's a holiday, I like to see them this holiday. You know what I'm saying? No. I see them every single week. I'm saying on these particular days. In the summer, we see them. You see them this amount of time. I see them that amount of time. On Father's Day, I get them. On Mother's Day, you get them. On Christmas, and even years, you get them. On Christmas and odd years, I get them. And Thanksgiving, even years, you get them. And Thanksgiving, odd years, I get them. It's like you alternate. So you create these schedules that no one can change. It's a legally binding thing. It's not just now, but the thing about that though is you can't be one of these dudes that are just like, you not trying to be a dad, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like my kids are right now with me tonight. I got the door locked because they're running in here. But you got to be able to cook dinner. Like you need to be able to take care of your kids. I mean, if you can't take care of your kids, then this probably ain't for you. Right. Now, I'm old enough. This is grown and social. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to where I'm a responsible adult, so I can fully. And I grilled out hamburgers tonight, you know what I mean? So I took an easy route, but it's still, I love the burgers, you know what I'm saying? I got some steak fries or whatever in the oven, and you know what I mean? They love it, right? But either way it goes, though, you're going to have to feed your kids. You can't be sitting here and bringing them in, feeding them cereal, 7 days a week or whatever, however it is. Like, that's not going to work because there's going to be a problem, you know what I mean? So, but I say all that just to say that it's going to cost you, but if you want to see your kids, you can see your kids, especially if you don't want to deal with this woman. Like, I don't gotta go and talk to her about when I'm gonna see my kids, right? I pull up, they come out. Wanna know why? Because it's already in advance. It's known when I'm coming. It's known when I'm bringing them back. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's flexibility inside the agreement to where if, the schedules don't work for either one of us, we can change it amongst ourselves, but we gotta agree to it. Right. But outside of that, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So when I show up on a day and I'm supposed to have them, and it's every week, and if they not there, whatever reason, you in a bad mood or whatever like that, I mean, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to talk to you. Send them out. and I'll be on my business. That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
Right.
Now, luckily for me, I'm just not that type of dude. I'm not that type of dad. I don't want drama between the mom and the kids and all that kind of stuff. That me. Some people ain't. Some people don't got it in them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't got it in them. You can call it immaturity, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, for me personally, I got it in me to where I'm gonna be, you know, I want to be you know, like I'm gonna treat this person better than they treated me as the parent of their children.
Right.
Is the best way that I can put that. Because I don't care who's putting whatever in my ear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do the mother of my kids wrong. I don't care what you're telling me. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying, as the father, I gotta that's one of the responsibilities that we got, right? When we take care of home, we taking care of it all. You know what I mean? Right. You can't come to me and tell me you're gonna do something to my kid's mom. I don't care if I got beef with her or not. You know what I mean? But it seems like women, if they beefing with their kids' dad, they'll set you up, they'll rob you, kidnap you. I mean, it's like there's nothing off the table.
Because it's all a spite thing. Everything is spite. You know, when I've seen even my experience with my son and his mom, there have been times where, you know, oh, you can't see him, you know, that sort of thing, you know, and it's all out of spite. It wasn't for any real reason, just because, you know. So women are very spiteful when it comes to these things, and that divorce thing, the sneakiest thing I've ever heard.
That's sneaky, man.
Yeah, it's dead wrong. You know, that's like a spit in the face. That's like somebody spitting you in your face. That's a hate thing.
I'm gonna have to go to women's school because I missed the boat.
Yeah, you know, come on. I mean, it's just one of those things, you know.
It's a good thing you did. It's a good thing you did. It's a good thing you did.
Yeah.
But you know, so you know what? Let me play this right here, though. Let me play this right here. Since Jenny played her thing, I'm gonna play my little thing real quick, and we'll see.
Kevin Samuels.
Nah. I mean, it could be, right? It could be. It could be, but nah. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm gonna do this right here.
3 signs that your husband secretly hates you. You see, love and hate are actually not opposites. Love and apathy are opposites. You can love someone and hate them at the same time. And there's a lot of men who feel this way about their wives. They love them in certain ways and they hate them in other ways. Hate may not be the best word. Maybe resentment or have very strong negative hurt feelings towards them. Here are 3 signs, and the last one is the most important. Sign number 1. He feels like he can't have a chill, relaxed, friendly conversation with you. Anytime he talks about something that he's interested in, rather than behaving like a friend, you behave like a family member. Now remember here, there are 4 types of relationships in your marriage. People who are able to manage happy marriages are able to switch back and forth between these 4 roles quickly and easily. People who have very unsuccessful marriages are usually stuck in 1 or 2 roles. They can be a family member, but they can't be a friend. They can be a friend, but they can't be a lover. You get the point. So that's the first sign, is they can't be friends with you because you're too much of a family member and not enough of a friend. I have solutions to this. Number 2, the husband does not feel safe to pursue his wife in the bedroom. There's just a certain level of rejection when a person gets turned down over and over and over again before it's too painful to engage in the behavior. It would be like going to eat a piece of cake and then getting slapped in the face. You get the slap and no cake enough times, and eventually you just give up. What happens in a relationship is then the husband resents his wife. Rather than feeling like his wife is a source of pleasure and excitement and fun and acceptance and love, his wife is instead a barrier that's preventing him from getting all of those things. And so, of course, he resents her. There are ways of getting over this, and I can explain those to you. A lot of times, I think it's things that the guy needs to do differently. All right, here's the third one. And this is the basis of all relationships. The idea is somewhat complex and somewhat simple. I'll try to explain it in the few minutes that I have left. We enjoy people's company because of the role that they allow us to be in when we're with them. Ultimately, it's the way that they see us. That's what matters. People would do almost anything to be seen a certain way. And one of the greatest gifts you can give someone is to put them into the role that they want to be in. When someone feels like no matter what they do, a person won't see them the way that they want to be seen, they'll want to get away from that person, even if they love them. There are tricks to managing this.
And I think the last one he said is absolutely true. That the male might want you to see him a certain way, and you don't. I think in my marriage or my previous marriage, I think my ex-husband wanted me to see him a certain way, and I think it came from the fact that when we got together, his income was a certain level, and then it changed, and it became, he became a six-figure guy, a high six-figure guy, and because of that, I think he wanted me to have this like, whoa, you're so wonderful, or you're the greatest. But, we worked through that for many years for him to get there. And so he wasn't getting the adoration and, praise that he probably desired. And so I think he was looking for that elsewhere. No, I can't say I understood that then. I just felt like, well, this is the way we always were.
Mhm.
You're just a regular guy. You go, I work, you work. But I think he wanted me to be like, look at you. You're providing for the home. You are, you can get this, or you got me this, or whatever he was doing. He wanted me to do that, and I just didn't do that. Not intentionally, but it just wasn't something that I thought I had to do. I think I felt like, well, he knows that I care because we're all still here, right? But maybe I wasn't celebrating him enough. So that is something that I think is real.
I mean, people want validation, but if you're
Right.
looking for validation for every little thing you're doing, then
Yeah, but
that's
problem.
a little bit, yeah, that's a little too much. It's a little
Right.
too much.
Right.
Continue on, sir. Continue on.
I just no, that's crazy. Wow, you need
Right.
validation for everything,
Right.
and then get attitude if you don't. Wow,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, I already know. Yeah, yeah, you know, that old saying that if you doing all the crying, what the baby gonna
Right.
do?
Right.
you
Yeah, I
know,
think I think on that note, sometimes people are emotionally they're still in their infancy as a emotionally. So they're
Mhm.
still looking, and that goes back to where
Peter Pan
sometimes
syndrome.
Pan
Yes,
syndrome, they're looking for a mother in a wife because you have a 2-year old and he does something. It's like, look, mommy. You go, yay, you know. So everything he does, that's only a mother. Only a
right.
mother would be. It is your duty to go provide. It's your duty to get food. It's your duty to take care of me. I shouldn't get up every day and be like, "You're the best provider I ever had." It is your duty. It is your duty,
You want that,
right?
Clint? You want that, Clint? Don't you
I
deserve
don't,
that?
want the validation like that. I just want the just the appreciation. That's all.
Right.
I'm
Hmm.
just saying though, man.
You
You
know,
wake up in the morning, you got the big, plaque on the wall right there. You got, like the
oh
whiteboard that says
nah,
Clint is the man. I'm so glad he is
that's
awake
it.
today.
Yeah, and then the post-its all over the house, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Clint. He makes my day. He makes me smile. He is the sun. It's like
Yeah,
everywhere you go, it's like Clint is
is something. Yeah, 'cause I'm
exactly
the
right.
man.
Yeah. You the man. He's the man. He was the man yesterday. He's the man today. He'll be
It
the
would
man
be
2
too
days from
much.
now. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? 3
Yeah.
weeks from now, he's still the man.
He's still the man.
Yeah, that's not you. You don't need that. You're not. That's not gonna just end your relationship if you don't get that.
Nah.
I'm shocked,
You
bro.
know,
I'm
I
shocked.
just, those things are for like those dudes in the 20s, you know, trying to figure out where you want to go, what you want to do, and you need that validation because you need to know that you're doing it right. You know, some people need that. They need to know that everything they're doing was right and exact. And if it, if their eyes, if it was right and exact, why am I not getting some validation for it? It doesn't have to be all the time, but some people want it every little thing they do, and that's rough. That's rough because if you don't get it, you get an attitude, you get mad, and then you saying they don't understand you, they don't love you. It's just a little too much. So validation is okay, but when you, like she said, you're a provider. You're supposed to be providing for the house. Provide. What you should be saying is, I did this. Are you okay with that? Does it look good to you? Da da da. But other than that, I don't need you to tell me, oh, you did such a great job. I ain't trying. No, I just want to know, are you okay with that? I know I'm okay with it because I did it. So I don't need nobody else's validation. So.
All right. Well, I think this is our second try. But why do people get married to people they hate? And it's a tough situation. It's in my mind, I'm just kind of like, when I was a kid, I had this idea that when I was gonna get married, I was gonna get married forever, regardless of what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then as a man, you know what I'm saying, that's not as naive as I was when I was a child.
Right.
I'm like, yo, people do something to you that's dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like the choice has been taken away from you. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
You got to grow up and you got to be, smart enough to say you're not in control of everything. And a lot of people got a problem with not realizing that they're not in control of anything. And I think that's some of the first conversations I had with Jenny was about how we always think that we're in control of everything, and sometimes we just really got to let go sometimes you got to let go to be in control. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do.
Like you have to let go
to
be
let
in
go.
control.
Yeah, in order to stay right in your mind, you have to let go of some things because some things will make your mind snap.
But
it could be the what we might consider something small or minute, but to them it was so effing overwhelming. They didn't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? So, it's hard. It's hard.
Let go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like that. It all became so clear to me. Like, you know what I mean? When it was dropped to me, I was like, look, listen, this is kind of like where I'm at right now. Me and this person, we not gonna get along. You know what I mean? Now I can continue and play the game like we getting along.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I can do that, but is that really me? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that me? It's like, nah, that's not me, man. That's not me. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, man. You gotta go over there with all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna move over here with all this. And you know what I mean? We can come together for things that we need to come together on. And I'm just talking about me. This can,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully it helping somebody out. Hopefully it does help somebody out. But
right.
Because I've been through it, and I'm telling people that I was one of those dudes that was just like, I mean, I was one of them. Like, you get married, that's the person, you with them, that's it, thick and thin, that's regardless of what happens.
That's the fairy tale.
That's it. It was that was the fairy tale, right? But I'm saying as a grown ass man, I'm saying right now that sometimes it just don't the storybook don't fold like that. in the pages. You know what I mean? And when they don't fold like that, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna grab an assault rifle and run out to a school and shoot it up. I'm not gonna grab an assault rifle and run the, and probably I need to be careful about saying this before I get kicked on YouTube, but I'm not gonna go do something to the public that don't have anything to do with my problem. I'm not gonna do anything to myself physically that's gonna harm me and take me away from my kids for, you know, some things that are going on between me and somebody else. I'm not gonna do that. And as a matter of fact, I told everybody before, we got links in the description right now to where if you got mental problems and, you know, you just can't talk to somebody, you think you might want to do something, there's links that you can go down there right now. You can talk to somebody, pick up the phone, and call them right now to talk to you. Yes. I got some 5 vetted nationally organizations in the descriptions right now. If you need help, you know what I'm saying, you can go down there and you can find somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? So, you know, me personally, I don't need it because I talk to Jenny J. You know what I mean? Like, she knows all my problems. You know what I mean? But I would advise that if you can't, to be told, if I didn't have Jenny J, I could be cool talking to myself. Now that sounds weird, but I'm saying as long as I don't start answering myself, I'm in a good space.
It ain't
you know
weird.
What I mean?
Yeah, it ain't weird. As long as I talking out loud.
I'm talking out loud to myself.
Out loud. Out loud.
I'm not answering. I'm not answering myself, but I'm talking out loud. I'm just talking my thoughts.
I'm just saying what I'm saying, and that's it. It's not a conversation.
It's not a conversation. It's just me talking out loud, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So it's like when I think about these thoughts, I can go on for hours and hours and hours about how crazy this world is because Jenny J knows this. I mean, she just knows it. We in this big ass glass ball.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere in space. Just sitting here spinning, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no more of us as far as we can see anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But yet here we are. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like I didn't ask to be here, but yet here I am, right?
And we could be living that real life Truman Show, you know?
Yeah, we could. Somebody's watching us.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
We could be, but the thing is you get dealt these situations, and it's so funny. It just seems like someone is definitely watching this. Make, you know what I'm saying, have like a TV show, like a reality show, like, you know, getting the kick out of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
That all you got to do is cut on the news. You know what I'm saying? And I play it on the show sometimes where you see these people that are successful, they go ahead killing people, like ruining their lives over, you know, like crazy stuff. Some of this stuff you sit back and you would be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how could we have done this? You know what I'm saying? To make this dude do
so
that.
So I have a few ideas about why people marry people they don't like.
All right.
So from a man's perspective, I think a lot of men marry women who are especially beautiful to other men because they want them to be envious, whether they enjoy their company or not.
Agree. As a
sometimes
man,
men have right. I think some men envision having somebody to take care of their needs, cook, clean, whatever. So they don't really care. It's a maid. But later on, they realize, well, there's more to having somebody to cook and clean. I think a lot of times people get married. No, you haven't. But a lot of men marry also because they know that it's a good financial move. Okay,
I agree.
If you're married, you get tax breaks, you get 2 incomes, right? Health insurance benefits.
You get trips, you get, you know, organic foods.
Yeah, that's it. Credit card, the whole nine.
Is right. If you're in the military, if you get married, it actually allows you to get more money.
Excuse me, America.
What was that? Was that boomer action?
Yeah.
Nah, Clint, come on, man. Nah, man. Never, man.
Nah.
Come on, man. Never. There we go. All right. He's a little winded.
Yeah.
He's a little winded.
Just a little.
And look at there. See there? America don't need to know what Jenny J was talking about. All right. But I kind of
But,
agree with a couple of those points she was saying.
but no, what she was saying was true though. It was. I
Yeah.
believe it. Yeah,
I
most
mean,
definitely.
you really want to roll up with, you know what I'm saying, the ugly chick on your arm? No,
You know,
you don't.
no,
Nah, that's not a good look.
you're not trying to do that unless that's what you're into. Now
And that's the
I know
thing.
dudes who
Yeah.
like ugly women because they're so insecure about having just say an average looking woman. They're so worried about another man getting her or another man being better than them.
Man, that could
So
be a whole show, man. Why'd you bring it up just now?
so when you get with this ugly person,
But
now
a lot of times they're not ugly though, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of these people that may be considered physically ugly are the most beautiful people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But you know the outer is not appealing to the majority, to the mass.
Appealing. I got
Okay.
you.
So now when this dude gets the woman that isn't appealing to anybody that he can see or whatever, so that's the one he wants to get because that's the one he doesn't have to worry about her cheating on him or her doing whatever him wrong, because if he treats her like a queen, she's going to treat him like a king.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to worry about her trying to take him for his money or anything because she's not an attractive person. So, and I am. So now here you got me. Right? Say again.
That's not a good strategy. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, exactly. You know, but that's how some people are doing. You know, well, I'm good looking. She's not. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to her, and I ain't got to worry about these other dudes trying to get at her. But dudes are always trying to get at somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care if you ugly, fat, whatever. You know.
Yeah, Jenny J's like, I mean, every time she goes somewhere, somebody just being, I be with her. People just be like, oh, hey, hi, hello. I'm like, yo, that don't never happen to me, bro.
Right.
When I'm walking around, no one's ever like, yo, hi, hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah. I'm like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I think I've had that happen twice in my life. Twice.
When I'm with her, bro, it happens like, I think it happens every time.
Yeah. I've had two women actually approach me and like, oh, you know, you're a nice looking man. Twice in my whole life. Twice. Twice. That was it. And they weren't all there, America. They weren't all there. So, you know, I used to think that a woman approaching a man, you know, and saying, hey, I want to get to know you, da-da-da. I thought that to be like one of the biggest brownie points you can ever get from me. Because you're coming at me instead of me coming at you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But 9 out of 10 times, the women that are coming at you, they Looney Tunes. They Looney Tunes. But, you know, and it's crazy, but, you know, they're Looney Tunes somewhere along down the line. There's an insecurity. I don't care who you are. The finest woman in the world to the ugliest woman in the world, ugliest dude, finest, you know, dude around. Everybody's got something, some kind of insecurity, something. You know, I saw somewhere one time where this pretty fine woman was like, I can't get a date because I'm too fine.
Yeah. That does happen.
I'm too fine. Nobody wants to approach me because I'm too pretty. I'm too good looking or whatever. You know, my looks intimidate men, so they don't approach me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think we might have lost Jenny J. So
yeah, I think so.
I'm thinking I got like a couple titles here we can do for a show while she's gone, right? Just me and you, right? Yeah. Tell me which one of these three, or if you want to think of another one. So I got the one thing women do that turns men off.
Okay.
The reality of being a single mother and finding love. Do men fear marriage for good reason?
After that story with old boy, I would. Sure. Why get married if you're gonna secretly file a divorce and get me kicked out the house? So yeah.
So do men fear marriage for good reason?
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
That's a good reason. You know, if she had no reason to do what she did, but just wanted out because they probably just grew apart.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you would have invested time, money.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
You got this chick's kids running around. I say this chick's kids because you're like, yeah, I never really want you anyway. I just was doing it.
and it probably was. You know,
yeah,
sometimes it's about a financial thing or whatever it is at that moment. You know, at that moment there was a benefit for maybe one or both. You know.
All right. So do men fear marriage for a good reason? That's gonna be next week's topic.
Okay.
Do men fear marriage for a good reason? Do men fear marriage for a good reason, Jenny? That's next week's topic. Did you get that, or did you drop it?
Look like she's frozen. Oh, there she go. Oh. She's having IT.
I can watch the replay.
I'm meant to be on tonight.
You were meant to be on, but it's all good. You'll see it in the replay.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah, he will. He will. So we got everything covered. We even got next week's show covered.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do too next week, man, is to tell you the truth, man. I'm gonna start. I got some crypto skills, man. I'm gonna start showing people how to like look at charts and stuff.
Cool.
I mean, I just want to like give people like an idea if they look at it, to pull up a chart and be able to look at it and see like where, especially since we're about to get in this bull run, how to look at a chart and just go, oh, you know what I'm saying? If it starts going down, to kind of figure out where it's going to go down to. If it starts going up, where it's going to go up to. Just some, some basic principles, you know what I mean? That you can kind of do. And then we'll do. I'm thinking we'll do like a game show. I don't know what you call it, a quest or a quiz or whatever. We'll say, look,
trivia.
Trivia. You go to real life trivia. If you were to put this X amount of money into this token on this particular day, and you had patience, what would you be looking like? Because remember, I'm a long-term thinker, right?
Right.
I can see 6 months in advance. I'm like, 6 months from now, if I would have pulled back up this show and said, hey, you could be doing this right now if you do this today, would you have done it? Or would you have not have done it? All right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Depends.
So we'll put down some numbers and say, hey, look, we're gonna take $100, we're gonna put it into this, and we're gonna see if we can't turn that $100 into $10,000.
There we go.
Yeah, and we'll play a game. We'll play a game with it and see if we're able to do that. You know what I mean?
Work. Yeah.
And we'll do some charting techniques and things like that. I think it'll be fun. We won't take too long, like maybe 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes. And eventually people get good enough to where they can look at it and make something of it. So, but
That's right.
it looks like Jenny, you missed the whole show.
It's all right, Jenny.
I did.
You were there for the important parts.
I did.
Yeah.
We just filled in till you came back and hit us with your knowledge, So
I think.
I don't know. Something going on with that Wi-Fi over there. Yeah, that's going on. Yeah.
All I can hear is I got an advertising. No one can hear us right now either. Yeah. Hey, that was Jenny right there advertising some beatbox wear.
Yeah.
Nah, she's not back. I think she's out of here.
I think she's gone.
I think she's out of here, man. So, yo, guess what? I mean, it's been real. You know what I mean? We talked about a lot. There's some news I didn't get to that we could have talked about that we didn't talk about. I wanted to talk about the fires out there in Maui. I hope everybody is safe. You know, like 60, 70 people have died so far. Some weird wildfires that came from a hurricane that came out there. One of the short Asian officer in George Floyd's murder, he got sentenced to over 4 years in prison this year.
Wow.
So I'm glad that happened for him. And then, I think that's really all I was going to get into as far as news for this week.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was just another promo shot of Jenny J showing off some beatbox wear. So, but yeah, people, it's been real. Until next week, we are going to have to be out of here. Clint, you got anything you want to